always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going their way on EA Sports?
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, this defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Looking to throw on second down. Grant. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw on third down, Grant. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Off play action. Grant. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Here's Jacobs. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal.
Jacobs again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down now, Akers. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 36. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third down, Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Caught left side, Hopkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and goal at the 3.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Switch. Check 50.
Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Off the option, it's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Back to throw. Grant. That's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good throw there. And this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. These two teams all tied after one. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Grant. And incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Grant. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Stafford eluding the pressure right. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off the option, here's Akers. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Second down at 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Pass caught. It's been Skoranek. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On first down, Akers. And just shutting him off there. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
They'll run on first down. It's Henderson, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. That one complete to Skoranek. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Akers. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
6-yard line.
Again, it'll be Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. offense set to get this drive started. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Raiders.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
To throw on 2nd down. Grant. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Grant. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And a nice spin into some open field. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by their and they'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Throwing on first down. Grant. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
14. Bradley Union set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
What's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. 7 yards to pick up there. 3 yards remain for second down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Back to throw, Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. To throw is Stafford. He wants it all for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down.
Matt Gay for the Rams field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
On 1st and 10, Grant. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Back to throw. Grant. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Looking to throw. Grant. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again here with Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Play action. Stafford looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On first down, Grant. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Rzsl. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
47 to Mike, 47. Check, 47. I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Going right back to Akers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 133 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Come on, let's go.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and 10.
On the right. Check 52. Hey, look three. Switch.
From the gun to give to Henderson. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up. Fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
6-man.
Going on 3rd down, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Like 5. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Fire's the light. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, you're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people are calling them natural screens, but this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short gain.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. 65.
Here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Looking to touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play and give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grant escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Throw left side, complete to Ross. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
A give to Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. A give. It's Jacobs off the option. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Grant. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
146 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Check, 47. We got it.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's got room. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47.
On first down at Stafford. And that'll be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Akers. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that ball popped free. We could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Raiders.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing on first down. Grant. Reception here by Ruggs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back to throw again. And he will find his man Ruggs. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. 19 yards that time for number 19. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's hit by 2nd and 6. The 12-yard line.
Looking to throw. Grant. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Off the option, it's Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Grant, and his pass incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
3rd and goal. This LA Rams defense will try to bow up once more. Jacobs, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And you know it pains them to be this close, and you know they're going to want to go for it here, but they absolutely have to kick the field goal and get this back to a 1-score game. It's only logical.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He's back to throw. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
At the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Grant lets this go for Renfro downfield. He's got a man, complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Rams' 13-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Grant eluding the pressure right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the 5-yard line.
Off the play fake.
Grant. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Las Vegas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.